Hi guys, welcome to Netflix TV. I am Jay, your host for Netflix Sports Updates. Stay tuned by subscribing to the channel as we bring you match highlights, match analysis, player stats, passionate fan view. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share for more updates.
Hello everyone, welcome to Netflix TV. I am Jay and I'll be your host for Netflix Sports Updates. I'm not here alone, I'm here with a special guest as we delve into the world of sports. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, welcome to Netflix TV. I am Jay, your host for Netflix Sports Updates. Stay tuned by subscribing to the channel as we bring you match highlights, match analysis, player stats, passionate fan view. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share for more updates.
Welcome back to Netflix TV. As I said earlier, I am not doing this alone. I have a special guest with me and it's in the person of Onana Spirito. And today we'll be looking at the review of the EPL and the La Liga matches. So Onana, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Today we'll be having matches on what the EPL, and it's Fulham facing Manchester United. What are your thoughts on the match?
Oh, okay. This a very big thanks to those who are watching us from every part of the world. As you said, this is going to be an interesting season. Looking at the number of transfers that has come in from the both sides of all the clubs involving EPL. So I'm going to say we have a big season ahead of us. Looking at the kind of signing Chelsea is doing, looking at the kind of signing Aston Villa, West Ham, these small teams are doing, it's going to be very, very cagey. I'm honest with you. If you tell me to predict the first top 6 teams that will come next season, it's very difficult for me. With the exception of me taking the team to win the league this season. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to base my analysis on how the players are going to complement with the new ones and the old ones that have come in from the various clubs. So I'll put on table a list of clubs that I think will be doing so well.
Okay, so before we delve into it, you said you'll not be able to predict who will come second first, but you can only list
from the first top 6.
Okay.
The first top 6, I can predict first and second and third. But the remaining 6 is very difficult for me.
Okay, so can you give us the first, second, and third?
From my opinion, or my sentiment, what I would say is I'm still tipping Manchester City to win the league, and then Liverpool will come second. Between Liverpool and Arsenal, that is where I have my doubts, because Arsenal has been consistent in the last 2-3 seasons. They are doing so well, so it's going to be very difficult for me to predict. But I would say Man City will win the league coming this season, and then seeing Liverpool beating Arsenal to the second place, Arsenal coming third. Manchester United with Tottenham, West Ham, Aston Villa, these are some of the teams I'm going to find so difficult to predict. So looking at the signings, Tottenham, they've all done decent signings compared to Manchester United, bringing 4 players in the form of Joshua Zirkzee and the rest, Nene Yoro, Mazurawi, and this guy, Matthijs de Ligt, is going to boost their team. And they're looking at the coming of Ruud van Nistelrooy and then Rene Hake as part of Ten Hag of technical team. It's going to give them a wide variety of ideas. These are coaches who are doing so well. We saw what Ruud van Nistelrooy did with PSV last season. They did so well. And then Rene Hake also did so well with Go Ahead Eagles. So this coming is going to be very difficult. Looking at the setup of United technical team and the players we brought on board.
Okay, so I want to ask you this question: why do you still tip City to be the first? Since they won the Jinx Cup, we all know that committee showed is the Jinx Cup, with the exception of 2018, which they won and they end up taking the league. So
okay, what I was saying, the master brain is still around.
Master brain, okay.
The master brain in the person of Pep Guardiola. Looking at what he has done in the last 7 years in EPL, it's marvelous. And he would like to repeat what he did last year. He wants to be the first manager to win the league 5 times on the row, which no manager has done. The greatest EPL coach in the person of Alex Ferguson couldn't do that. So I believe Pep, with his technical team, Nilo, the master brain behind Pep's success at Manchester City. What I also say is, looking at the importance of some players around, and then their match on Sunday against Chelsea, it's going to be a very difficult game. Even Chelsea were on and off during their pre-season, and City didn't also have majority of their players at the preseason. It's going to be a very difficult game because RUGDY will not play. I don't think Phil Foden will be able to start the game. Kevin De Bruyne didn't start the preseason very well with them. I think the first match he played was last week, Community Shield, which was a curtain raiser for the season. So I would say the match against Chelsea will be a difficult one. Looking at the form of Chelsea and then the form of Man City, it's not that convinced, but they met in US, and then you all know the end result. I think Man City won by 4-2. Looking at what is coming, when it comes to competitive aspect of the game, it's a different ball game. Preseason, you have the chance to have some players on board. You try 1 or 2 players to see how they are going to fare and see how you are going to complement others with others. You understand? So looking at the season ahead, Manchester City and Chelsea game is going to be a very difficult one. Last season, Chelsea were able to have 2 points from those 2 games. They made things very difficult for Manchester City. And I always take Pep to be the genius in world football. People don't understand why. You can always see his signature on any club that he goes.
Yeah.
There's no any team in this world that will play 90 minutes with Pep and will play better football than Pep Guardiola. And looking at the player in the person of Erling Haaland, a very dangerous player within the 18 years, 16 years, when you give him a little chance, he's going to kill you. You understand? And the introduction of this boy from Girona, Salvio, he had a fantastic season with Girona. A very good crosser of the ball. He has the pace. He can shoot, able to create chances. So I am putting all this into consideration. But the absence or the loss of Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid is going to be a major blow for them because he's a very good free kick taker and a player who can also change games. So I still take City to win the game, win the league because of Pep Guardiola, the president of Pep Guardiola in the league, and the one who was giving them so much problem was Jurgen Klopp, who is no more in Liverpool.
Okay, so talking of Liverpool, he said they'll be giving what's the name, Man City problems in the league, but you still tip what's the name, Man City to be the first.
Yes.
But let's look at Man City, who first 10 games they don't really do well. Like the first 10 games from the last season that we've watched, Pep Guardiola and Man City, the first 10 games they are normally like they are on and off. Normally they lose their first matches and the rest because most of their players are off season. They are now resting, recovering for the season. So how do you see them like coming up into the game with Arsenal charged up, with Liverpool winning all their preseason games? So how do you think like they'll be able to like defend their titles? I know you explained it earlier, but how, like, what are the machineries or the players or the tactics you'll be deploying to be able to like counter attack Pep Arteta's Arsenal and his Lord's Liverpool?
Okay, what I would say is they have majority of the players available to compete. With this guy only leaving, Julian Alvarez, he's the only one, and they've brought in Salvino, who I believe is going to be a good addition to the team. Look, during the preseason time, I realized he was trying some youth players who did so well. Oscar Bob did so well with the team. O'Reilly did so well. McT also did so well. Looking at the setup of Manchester City during the preseason, I think with the inclusion of the experienced players in the person, let me mention Kovacic, De Bruyne, Phil Foden coming in, is going to give them a very strong side. Liverpool is here to make a signing. They've not done any major signing. And Liverpool, Arsenal has done only one signing, and the person of Ricardo Calafiori, a very fantastic player. So the only challenge I will have with Arsenal will be how can they contain Manchester City, because the end justifies itself. If you are doing, you are preparing for a season and you don't have a good end, it's going to be very, very difficult for you. Pep has always been a coach who normally doesn't start well. His time at Barcelona wasn't that well good, but at the end you see a little changes, and it's one man you see changes in his formation. You cannot predict say he's going to play this particular formation. Along the line, as the game progresses, you can see a little touches, 1 or 2 movement. He was the first person I realized was using a fullback, or a fullback normally drops into the midfield to support the midfield.
Yeah.
You understand? He was the first person I saw doing that. Later I realized Arsenal's Arteta is also doing that with Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Pep can also do that with, let's say, this guy with
James.
Maresca
is doing that with James.
With James. With James is not a player they can rely on, honestly speaking. But looking at this guy who had a fantastic tournament with Spain. What's the name? Cucurella did so well. But I don't think he can do that particular job. You need a player who is very good controller of the ball, able to give good and precise passes at any given point in time. So City team, the only player who has left them, or they've lost only Alvarez at this moment of the season. We're bringing in Claudio Echeverri from River Plate, Salvino from Sevilla, and the inclusion of these young boys who did so well during the preseason. I watched their game against Barcelona. I watched the game against AC Milan. I watched their game against Chelsea, and these boys did very well. So City, on the other hand, I would say they have a little edge over Liverpool and Arsenal. You understand? I have given my thoughts, but with Liverpool, on the other hand, they are yet to do a major signing to boost their squad. You understand? So it's very, very difficult season for them. Imagine injury begin to set in. How are you going to shape your team? If you have McAllister out, if you have Endo out, if you have some couple of players out, you have to go in and bring reserve players who maybe you didn't try during the preseason. It's going to be a very difficult test for them. But with Arsenal, on the other hand, I would say they have the best defense setup in the EPL. Then they've added Ricardo Calafiori. William Timber is also there. You understand? When it comes to the midfield, Arsenal City is ahead of Liverpool and then Arsenal. Rodrigo, Kovacic, these are, experienced players who are playing so well. And they've played at the highest level. We know Kovacic from Inter Milan, Real Madrid, then Chelsea, before joining Man City at the end. So I will always take Man City to be the favorite to win the league. I will bring Liverpool second and then Arsenal third. It would be difficult for me to choose the fourth, fifth, and the sixth, because I think Aston Villa did so well last season. Looking at the players they've signed this season, and they are West Ham also are doing decent signings. Plus Tottenham Hotspur and United. It's going to be very difficult for me to predict the top six. But my top three, I will go with Manchester City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Okay, so will Arsenal be needing that 20-goal man to be able to challenge Man City to win the league?
Oh, well, okay. I would say they over-depend on some players like Saka. He hardly get rest. And then while the season progresses, fatigue begins to set in. I think Fabio Vieira should always be given the time. You see, when you keep players fresh and then give them time to rest, they are going to have a big season. But here, like the case, he plays day in, day out, every single match. You have to see these players. I think the dependents are on Saka, this guy Odegaard, and Kai Havertz. They play almost every match, which is affecting the team. The ones on the bench should be given the priority, the chance to also exhibit their talent. But somebody say they don't have time for experiment. So I think if Arteta can do that adjustment by bringing players on the bench to have rest for his key players at some point in time, it's going to help them to challenge for the league. Okay. But if he doesn't do that, it's going to be a very difficult period.
All right. So let's look at the match today. That's Manchester United and Fulham. Looking at their lineup, the crop of players Manchester United have and all those things, what do you think will happen in the game? Like, what will be your score line and what will be the tactical variation that each coach will be bringing on to be able to win the league? Because that's the first game of the season. That's the curtain raiser. Apart from the the Community Shield. Okay. So what do you think the two coaches will bring on board to be able to give their fans that they kind of we'll be able to do something this season?
Okay. What I would say is both clubs won 3 points. Man U went to Cavern Cottage to beat them, and they also came to Old Trafford to win. Marco Silva is a very, very difficult coach to beat. Looking at his tactical prowess from his time with Everton and then Watford before joining Fulham. Well, with the addition of Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hack to the technical team, is going to boost. And we have Darren Fletcher as a technical coach. It's going to boost the entire team. Well, football comes with surprises, and this is becoming the first game of the season. Both clubs would love to show, give us a good football to witness. I will take United to win today, looking at the signing they've done. I don't think the Leeds and the Mazraoui will slot into the team. I don't know for now, but I will not be surprised to see Mazraoui starting ahead of the Leeds. And then looking at the injuries to some key players, United is going to affect them one way or the other. We shouldn't forget, Fulham also signed Emily Smith-Rowe from Arsenal, a very fantastic chap who didn't get the time or the chance to play all the time. And they have this Rodrigo Muniz, a fantastic chap. Alex Iwobi is there, Kevin Bassey. They have experienced team. The players that won that match last season are still there, with only the inclusion of this guy Smith, and then the absence of Paulinho to Bayern Munich. That's going to be their downfall. But I don't think it's going to affect them because they brought Susa Lovic from Serbia, who is going to replace Paulinho. So this first match of the season is going to be a little difficult for Manchester. They won't have it easy, but I'll tip United to win 2-1 because of the tactical variation and the addition of Van Nistelrooy and then Granit Xhaka to their technical team.
All right. So, what's your final submission on the whole EPL? And if you can give us your top 6, I know you say you cannot predict, but at least try and top 5. Try and slot 2 teams in there who you think will have that level pecking ahead of others.
Looking at the signings both clubs are doing in and out, we've always have the teams that normally comes on top. In the last 6-7 years, we know the best team in the EPL, and no doubt is Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. They also love to create history by winning the 5th EPL consecutive for their supporters. So I'll always go for Manchester City. And looking at Liverpool, when Arne Slot coming, this is a new environment. Even though he's a good coach, he's not going to have it easy at all. But I know he will definitely find his way out to become second in the league. And Arteta's experience in the last 5-6 years is going to help Arsenal occupy a better position by occupying for the 3rd position. I'll go for United. United will come 4th. Tottenham, Aston Villa will be my 5th team of the season. West Ham will be my 6th, and Tottenham will be my 7th.
I would like to know your views on the various matches. So, like you said, Manchester United and Fulham, you'll be tipping Manchester United 2-1. So let's go. So, Ipswich Town and Liverpool, who do you think will win in that scoreline?
Liverpool will win by 2-1.
Arsenal Wolves.
3-1 for Arsenal.
Everton Brighton.
2-1 for Everton.
Newcastle United and Southampton.
3-1 for Newcastle.
Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth.
Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth 1-1.
1-1.
Yes.
West Ham United and Aston Villa.
West Ham and Aston Villa. 2-1 for West Ham.
Sunday, then we go to Brentford Crystal Palace.
Brentford will win by 2-1.
And a big match.
2-1 in favour of Manchester City.
And finally, Monday Night Football. Leicester City and Spurs.
2-1 for Leicester City.
Alright. We have come to the end of the maiden edition of Neoflix Sports Updates. Follow us on all social media platforms at Neoflix TV. Don't forget to like, comment and share. I am still Jay, your host.
Hi guys, welcome to Neoflix TV. I am Jay, your host for Neoflix Sports Updates. Stay tuned by subscribing to the channel as we bring you match highlights, match analysis, player stats, passionate fan view. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share for more updates.